couple hundred meters, if I'm being fully honest, probably less than that, before I had to stop. I was gasping for air, my whole body felt like it was on fire, and I had to walk for several minutes before I could even think of running again. When I finally did, I stopped again after only a short distance, stumbling as my legs nearly gave out from beneath me. This feeling was nothing new. I experienced it time and time again, and it was a constant reminder of how out of shape I was and how little control I thought I had over it. This time, however, instead of holding me back, my pain sharpened my focus. My doubts fueled my drive, and my memories lighted the path forward. And slowly, one day, one rep, and 1 meter at a time, I scraped away everything I was not and revealed who I truly was, which had remained buried beneath my denial and irresponsibility. My journey would not be an easy one. At times I would stumble, falling back into the habits and mindset I was trying so desperately to leave behind, and each day I would fail. Fail to run the distance, fail to get that last rep in, fail to hang on for just a few more seconds. But, as the great wrestling philosopher John Cena once said, failure gives you two choices. You can stay down, or you can get up. And now, over 2 years and 80 pounds later, I can proudly say that each time I failed and was down on my knees, I got back up and I kept pushing forward. This was put to the ultimate test just this past year, when after making so much progress, I was diagnosed with an extensive deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot in my left leg. It presented itself overnight and nearly cut off my circulation entirely. In an instant, I went from running, weightlifting, cycling, and boxing almost daily to barely being able to walk and having to confront the very real possibility that I may lose my leg, for reasons I couldn't understand or accept. I struggled heavily during this time, constantly fearful that everything I worked so hard for would evaporate before my eyes. I once again felt like I was back inside that glass box, unable to control anything that was happening to me. Luckily, I had people all around me I knew I could rely on to help get me through this. And instead of holding it all in, as I'd done countless times before, I leaned on them for support. This circle was not limited to just my close friends or family, but extended to the entirety of the SAC community. I still remember lying on my ICU bed, fresh out of surgery, and watching as my phone lit up with dozens of texts from my peers and teachers, supporting me, wishing me a speedy recovery, and most of all, reminding me that no matter how bad things seemed then, I would come out the other side of this, stronger than ever before. The brotherhood at SAC is so much more than just a motto or a talking point. It is very much a real thing. And it's because of its support and strength that I can stand before all of you here today. After undergoing several risky procedures and spending weeks going in and out of Sick Kids Hospital, the clot was removed, and I was finally able to take control of my life once more. While it is not lost on me how lucky I am to have made it through such a life-altering event with barely a scar, I haven't looked back since, and I continue to push myself every single day. I no longer try to be just another name on the attendance sheet. Instead, I aspire to be the best version of myself, and I embrace wherever it is this takes me. I'm graduating this year as a member of the senior cross-country, varsity squash, and triathlon teams and a cadet lieutenant of Perrier House, none of which would have been possible had not taken that first step so long ago, and continued to believe in myself every day since. So, that is my story. I encourage you to take from it what you wish. However, if I were to summarize everything that I have learned, it would be to 3 things. First, the challenges you face today will be the victories you celebrate tomorrow, if, and only if, you are willing to rise to meet them. No matter what, you will struggle, and no matter how hard you try, you will fail. And at points, life is going to hit you like a Mack truck out of nowhere. But when this happens, and you feel the urge to quit, to give in, or give up hope, don't. You are stronger than you can possibly imagine, and you alone have the power to become whoever it is you want to be. My story, and countless others like it all around you, are living proof of this. Second, while motivation is a useful tool, it is ultimately an emotion, and emotions fade. As the excitement of starting something new wears off and the day in and day out grind begins,